Okay, let's get started. Hello everybody, thanks for watching. So today is a little different, as you can see. So first of all, my glasses are on and they're like never on a video. That's super weird. But I'm going to the eye doctor today, so I didn't really want to put contacts in. Number two, everybody and their uncle decided that they wanted to mow their lawn at 2:00 p.m. during the freaking daylight. Like, I guess nobody has a job. So today is going to be a story time featuring one of my really good friends, Taram. We decided to recall and recollect a really funny story that happened to us when we were in high school. So before you get into her side of the story, side of the story. Yeah, side of the story. I'm going to give you a little background. So I feel like as a friend, I love to like help people. Like, I love to help my friends. So I feel like I always have like good intentions but bad execution, if you know what I mean. Like, I love helping my friends, but my idea is not always like the best idea. So I might not always use the best approach, but I was trying to help, and I feel like that's all that matters.
Hey y'all, I'm Taram. I am friends with Lena Lauren TV, and I also have my own channel called Remy Goes Live. If you want to see how to straighten some hair, some weave, it's all down there. And
you guys have to give this video a big thumbs up if you want Taram to create her own channel. She has her own channel and everything, but she only has like maybe 1 or 2 videos on it, and she kind of stopped. She kind of just like never really got into it. But you know what? I feel like if she had like a little extra push from my subbies, she'll continue to do her own thing on her own channel.
You guys are ready for the real story of how I lost my groove? Then stay tuned to my side of the story. If you saw the growing up ugly hashtag on Twitter, then you probably saw this picture and it was like, oh, growing up ugly when you get yourself mad dressed up to hang out with your friends and you still look ugly. And it was freaking that Pepe the Frog. It was like Pepe the freaking frog, and it had like blush and like all this cute stuff on, and it was just like, so I tag my friends Amanda, Kirsty, and Jelena, and I'm like, y'all, tell me this wasn't the day that Jelena took us to the mall to try to pick up guys. Tell me that wasn't it.
And I was like, yo, freaking Taram, we have to tell that story. Like, forget all the other stories we were about to tell. We have to tell that story.
Everybody's like, yo, and light bulb. We're like, let's tell that story, because Jelena thinks she did this whole like, oh guys, like it's gonna be great and it's gonna be lots of fun. And as far as Amanda, Kirsty, and I know, that was one of the worst days emotionally of our entire high school experience.
I really feel like that was like one of the funniest and best days of our entire high school experience. Like, that day was so funny. Like, I feel like me and my friends at the time, Amanda and Kirsty, and I think Kia was there too, but I'm not sure. I don't think Taram recalls that Kia was there either, but I feel like she was. We just had such an amazing time at the mall. Like, going through high school, I feel like I was pretty confident. I feel like I'm a pretty confident person for the most part. So when one of my friends or like a group of my friends feels like they're not as confident and they want to get there, I feel like it's my duty as like the friend who is confident to like get them there. So I came up with this brilliant plan.
Going through high school, I wasn't the most confident. I would say I had absolutely no confidence whatsoever. Like, I'm a very funny person and I like to make people laugh, and that's my whole personality, just being mad funny and caring about my friends and being like that ride or die type person. I don't know about Kirsty and Amanda, because we all went on this little adventure together, but I'm sure they had better luck than I did. But we were all kind of similar in the sense of like, these group of friends, including Jelena of ours, always like have guys, talking to them, hitting on them, this, that, and the third. So we were all kind of in the same like, someday my prince will come. We're like in that kind of mode.
So this is how my idea came up, right? So we were all sitting at lunch one day, and we were all like collectively as a group like, oh my gosh, like, where are all the guys at? We go to an all-girls school, and like, yo, we need some guys in our life, and where are they at though? And then I was like, honestly, brilliant idea. Like, why don't we just go out and find them?
We're all sitting at lunch and we're like, yo, like, I swear, like, nobody ever talks to us, da 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 da. Like, obviously like basura, like we're just trash. Jelena being like the pep cheerleader, head captain of our group who picks up like all the dudes, is like, let's go to the mall and have a motivational shopping spree.
So I was like, you know what, we're all a couple of baddies, let's go to the mall and find ourselves some guys. Like, it's not that hard. Like, we could just go to the mall, walk right on in, come out, and each of us will have a guy. I was like, guys, let's just go shopping.
For those of you who don't know what shopping is, let me just fill you in. Shopping is a term that my group of friends and I came up with for scoping out guys. I was driving over here, and let me do that makeup thing. I was driving over here and I was like, yo, let me get a sip of the water I froze last night. And I literally look at my water bottle. I didn't even touch it. I look at my water bottle and the thing just explodes. Like, the cap flew past my face and everything. Cap flew past my face and like shattered. Like, it's so bad. But I'm thirsty, so same way I was thirsty that one day we went to the mall. But I digress. We decided, like, okay, the four of us are gonna go to the mall. Jelena's gonna be like our motivational coach and like our dating coach, and just teach us how to pick up guys. So we're like, okay, everybody like bring like a bomb ass outfit to school tomorrow, and like we're gonna do our hair after school and do our makeup and all this stuff.
So it's the next morning and we got all our makeup, our clothes and everything. And after school that day, we freaking beat our face. Like, we beat our face.
And by beat face, it was mascara, eyeliner, lipstick. Some of them had foundation. Like, I think Jelena had foundation at the time, but I only had concealer. So like concealer.
So we came out looking fresh, looking right, looking beat, looking confident. Like, we were about to go get some guys. Like,
I like literally just smothered that entire like concealer on my entire face, like just as if it was foundation.
So that whole train ride there, I got them feeling good. I was like, yes, we can do this. We're mad pretty, mad confident. Like, we're gonna walk in there, we're gonna bag some boys, and we're gonna walk right out.
On the train ride there, we're like, oh yeah, like it's all about the sex eyes. Think about SpongeBob with the imagination and go, the sex eyes. So every time I'm gonna mention the sex eyes, it's gonna be the sex eyes.
On the train ride there, I was giving them a theory that I have called the sex eyes. Like, the sex eyes is when you just, you know, you kind of like smize. Like, you show those boys like, yo, I'm the shit. Like, you have to talk to me.
You can't be someone who's not confident and then put on red lipstick. Like, you have to have some sort of confidence in at least your makeup capabilities or in your face to put on red lipstick and be comfortable. Like, I know me, that was disaster number one. Like, I already felt like a fool the minute the red lipstick went on my lip. I don't even know what to do with my face, let alone just my eyes. Like, I don't know what you're talking about, what you mean by the sex eyes.
So we're walking around and we look bad as hell. Like, oh my gosh, like, it was like the mall was our runway. Like, I really feel like we were the best looking people in that mall.
We're walking around, we look mad sus. 4 girls just walking around with like all this stuff on their face. They're like dressed like mad nice.
So as we were walking around the mall, we were just like scoping out guys. Like, it was just the funniest thing. We would like point them out and like be like, yeah, no, let's do that one. Oh my god, no, not that one, not that one. Oh my god, you think I should do that one?
Jelena would be like, okay, watch this. That's also another thing that Jelena did the entire time. Watch this.
Okay, so obviously, since I'm more experienced with the new theory called the sex eyes, I decided that I was just gonna make an example of myself and show them exactly how it's done and tell them like, yo, it's not that hard. So I just went and I did it and I got this guy's number and he was really sweet, and so yeah.
So she's like, watch this. Walks over, like walks past him and does like the sex eyes, and the guy's like, oh, like, excuse me, like da da da. Gets her number. We're like, wow, we've been here for 10 minutes. Okay. Oh, we're not too surprised because, like I said, Jelena's like the queen of all that is. Hi, like, what's your name? What? What's your name?
So as time went on, like they seemed like they weren't really getting the hang of it. So I was like, you know what? Let's go to the food court because I feel like the best place to pick up guys would probably be in the food court. Like I would probably want to get picked up in the food court. Like it's food and then there's guys. Like come on, best of both worlds.
Let's go to the food court, Jelena said. It'll be fun, she said. We'll sit down and scope out some boys, she said. So we say, okay. And we go downstairs, sit in the corner, like in a corner table, like sort of on the outside so that we can see everybody inside. We're like sitting down and we're like, okay, what's the game plan? Da da da. Jelena's like, it's all about the sex eyes. Like I'm telling you guys, like just do the sex eyes and you'll be fine. Up to today, spoiler, I do not know what the sex eyes are up to today.
And we're sitting here trying to figure out a game plan. And I'm like, yo guys, it's easy. Just do the freaking sex eyes. Like how many times do I have to tell you? Like, so I get up and make an example of myself again, walk around the food court, just, you know, being mad confident. And, you know, I gave a few boys here and there the sex eyes. And one of them just stepped forward to me.
So she's like, watch this. Gets up and starts to go around the perimeter of the food court. Homie doesn't even make it past one wall, like one of the four corners of that food court. Some dude comes beelining at her. Like when I mean from his table, he got up and like zoomed it over to Jelena and he's like, yo.
So he kindly just got up from where he was sitting with his little boyfriend and walked up to me like just like that. It's not that hard.
And so we can't hear them, but we're like, this might have not been the best idea. This might actually be a mistake. Guy goes, sits down, we see them like exchange numbers. Jelena comes back, she's like, okay, so you guys saw what I did, right? And we're looking at her like, girl, you walked. You got up and you walked. Like I didn't even see you look at nobody, like you were just walking. She's like, it's all about your posture and the sex eyes. So at this point, I'm so fed up with hearing like the damn sex eye theory that I'm just like, okay.
I'm like, I'm telling you guys, just try it. Like just hear me out for a second and try it. So Turam tries it.
So of course I'm like, is it a squint? Is it like a, like what is it? Like what the hell is the sex eyes?
And they all tried it and I was like, I mean, almost there.
The guy who had walked over to her called Jelena over. Like he saw where she was sitting because he ran up to her when she had got up and started walking. So Jelena was like looking at him or whatever, and he calls her over. So Jelena's like, okay, let's go over there and like you guys can go like introduce yourself to his friends.
So the guy is like looking right over at this table again and he tells me to go over there. So I'm like, you know what guys, this was the perfect opportunity. Like everybody get up and let's just go over there. I'll introduce you to his friends and we're gonna have all their numbers by the end of the night.
We're like stupid and say, okay. So we all get up. Like we have our bags, lunge over. Jelena's like, insert like Beyonce. And the other three of us were just like, behind her. We get there and he's like, yo, what's up? And like he kind of like holds Jelena's hand or some crap like that. So whatever nonsense.
So we all get up as a group and walk over there and we're all talking or whatever, having a good time. Like, I feel like these boys were really nice. Like, I really feel like we were all vibing collectively as a group. I don't know, all of a sudden we were all talking and they just got up and left. And I was just like, what the hell? That's kind of random. But I didn't want to make it hot. So I was like, okay, let me keep talking to them.
He's talking to Jelena for like 30 seconds. And then he turns and then he looks at us. And I kid you not, like, I swear, this boy looks at Kirsty, Amanda, and I and goes, what are y'all standing there for?
My girl Kirsty stayed with me, so I guess it was just like a 2 on the rest of the guys, and then they went to go do their own thing over there. I guess they like felt uncomfortable or something like that, but it was just like the weirdest thing ever.
Ah! Comatose, take me away, Jesus. It don't take much for me to be like, dub. So I'm like, okay. And I leave. And I'm like, I'm gonna go sit at that table somewhere far from here. so I can think about my life in shame. So I dip over to a different table. Amanda and I have like the same freaking brain to where we both kind of like peep things at the same time. So she also like was like, and she walked over and she left.
Kirsty was freaking getting it. Like, she ended up getting this dude's number.
Kirsty is so, I love Kirsty. Kirsty is so like carefree in a sense of like being very like free spirited. So she's kind of like, and some guy at the table ended up wanting to talk to Kirsty. So Kirsty gets that guy's number, and Amanda and I sitting there and we're like, girl, why did we come here? I don't know. Like, what's the point in this? Jillian and Kirsty come back, and Kirsty's like, ah!
So Kirsty was so excited that she got the guy's number, and here I am feeling accomplished because I'm like, I told you guys it would work, and
boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka, 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 boom boom. Back to the story though. We digress. This is all in the frame of the first hour. Like, all this is spread out, like the sitting down periods and all that, spread that all within an hour. From when we got there to when Kirsty got this number, Jelena did that. That boy embarrassed the mess out of Amanda and I. Jelena's like, guys, like, we just got here. Time has not passed like that. Like, we have time. Like, let's just sit down on these couches and just like keep doing the sex eyes. God have mercy on high. I don't know why you I don't know. Maybe it was like maybe it had to happen. I said yes. Amanda said yes. Fine, we will stay. We sit down on these couches, and for the next hour, we watch Jelena pick up any guy who walked over to her. Anytime she was like, watch this, watch this, she got the guy's number. Every time. Like, I'm not kidding you. This girl is like a wizard. I feel like she's one of those sirens, if you know about like mythology and all that good stuff. I feel like she's one of those damn sirens who like can like have power over men through like her eyes or something like that. Like, someone needs to create a freaking comic book about Jelena and her ability to do that nonsense.